You stand here and make faces at me?
If you must.
Oh, this is so cute. Are you kidding? We're matching and everything. I love it. I know it's like summer right now, but fall vibes are like where, you know, like if you go to stores right now, everything's Halloween.
Yes.
And it's like people are excited for it. So when they see it in videos, it gets them excited. I'm tired.
Okay, we got the faces ready. It took all the energy there is.
No, I'm serious. Like makeup takes so much out of me. Like when you do your makeup, like in the middle of it, you're like, I'm fucking tired. Like I'm gonna.
I honestly have probably done my makeup, 6 times in the last 10 years?
Yeah.
So.
You don't get ready. Okay.
No, I don't get ready.
All right, so.
Dressed up for me.
You like me better naked anyway.
That's right.
Naked with a full face of makeup though would be ideal.
Well, Travis likes me dressed as a hooker, basically. Like,
yeah,
he literally
same
wants
style.
me to dress like a hooker.
Same thing. She said Travis likes her dressed like a hooker, and I would, accurate. We like it short, tight, and low, you know?
Yeah. It's like such a guy thing.
It is.
Like, I'm curious of there are guys out there that like, when girls dress like modest, are they just the Mormons? Because like every guy I've dated doesn't like.
I have no idea what it would be like to dress modest. Or prefer that, I don't know.
I started dressing like a pilgrim and he was like, absolutely not. He was like, hard no, Shannon.
He called it a pilgrim, but that's cute because I would say it's whimsical.
I like whimsical
pilgrim.
Yeah.
You look like you just came off the fucking Mayflower. You are not having it, you are not sexy.
Okay. Hey everybody, I'm Shannon Rose.
And I'm Natty.
And welcome to the Hollywood Dropouts podcast. Today we're gonna be talking about Natty and kind of her background. And I don't know, do we wanna talk about me or let's just make it about you for this podcast?
Okay.
All right, so I was talking to Natty yesterday, like on the couch right here. And I was like, hey, Nat, like, what is the most interesting thing about you? Like, why would people want to be following you on social media? Like, what makes you interesting? And
love these hats, but it is too hot.
Yeah. And she was like, I don't know, like, I don't want to feel, like, these were her exact words. I don't want to, like, use Charlie Sheen. What did you say?
I said, I don't want to piggyback off of him.
Yeah.
You know, because he's somebody that I dated a decade ago.
Right. But I told her
15 years ago, literally.
Like, when you're introducing yourself, like, at least for me, when I think of social media, like, what is the most interesting thing about us? And like, unfortunately, well, not unfortunately, because people would like, that's a really cool thing. But like, you dated Charlie Sheen. Like, you met Charlie Sheen, ended up dating him, moving in with him, going on tour with him. Like, that's very interesting. So,
and I don't take it for granted. I don't take it lightly. I understand that, like, I was given an opportunity to experience things that most people will never get to experience. You get a glimpse into a world that, like, we really just see through TV, you know? And
but not even, like, you were behind the scenes. Like, you saw things that no one sees.
That is true.
And so that's what we want to hear. That's what we want to know about. So, all right, so let's start with, how did you even meet Charlie Sheen?
Okay. This is dumb, but should I be looking at you or over there?
You can.
I am not a professional.
No, so it's a podcast. So like, we are filming this podcast so people can watch it on Spotify or YouTube or wherever you can watch the video, but also audio. And I just realized that the air is still on, but hopefully.
I think it hopefully will be okay, because if it turns off, I will melt and die.
Yeah, well, it's a good thing we're not in my garage right now, because that's usually where I film.
Yes.
Okay, so
how did I meet Charlie?
We had, look at me.
Okay.
Yeah.
So we had mutual friends, I guess. A girl I knew was like, hey, Charlie Sheen really wants to meet you. And I was like, why? That's so random, you know? I guess he'd found me on Facebook, and he thought that my pictures were interesting. He said I looked different.
Was this girl somebody I know?
No.
Okay, she wasn't in my industry.
No.
Okay.
No.
Okay.
She would not have been his type.
Who was it?
I think the girl's name was Brittany.
Okay. Some random chick?
Some random chick.
Okay, got
Pretty
it.
much.
Okay.
But he, like, I used to love wearing, like, different outfits and costumes and, like, dress up, and I dyed my hair different colors, like, wild colors all the time.
Yeah.
So he didn't know what I was gonna look like, and that's why he wanted to meet me. He thought it was interesting. And so I was like, okay, well, I'm not going out there to sleep with him, you know, but I'll go meet him. And we just kind of hit it off.
Yeah.
I mean, really, we hit it off. We talked about, like, music and pop culture. I mean, he's really interesting, and he's really funny.
What was he like? Like, when you first met him, first of all, were you nervous to meet him?
Hell yeah, I was nervous.
Okay. Like, so what was it like going in? Like, does he have like a guard gate? Like,
he does have a guard gate. There's a Mulholland.
Okay.
Yeah, you had a guard gate, you know, you put your name at the gate, you go down there. I mean,
So he lives like in a gated community.
He lived next door to like Slash and like up the street from Paris Hilton. Like it was pretty, it was very impressive, we'll say that. And the girl that introduced us went with me, and then he was kind of like, man, you can go now, you know? Like,
to the girl?
Yeah, like we're good, you know?
Oh my gosh. Wait, so was he friends with the girl before?
Yeah.
Okay.
This was a long time ago. It's not that she's unimportant. I just don't remember.
Yeah, no, I get it. I don't remember half of my life, so you're good.
But anyway, so I went up there and we hung out. Like, it was really fun. And, you know, from that we hung out again and again. Sorry, I love it. I'm just...
No, it's fine. I just want people to see.
Yeah.
We have hats that say Hollywood Dropouts, and they're super cute. So if you guys want to get them, I'm going to try to make them available for you. And that just kind of helps, like, because right now we're not making any money off this podcast, just so you know. But we would love to be able to.
We'd like to do that.
So, like, if there's anybody that, like, it wants to sponsor and, like, put a spot, like an ad spot, let us know. And then also, if you want to support us by just getting merch, that would be really awesome, too. So Natty drove down this time, and it was an 11-hour drive for her to get here, so it'd be really awesome if we could like save up money from like merch or something for her to fly next time.
My husband was a savage and drove all the way down here.
Totally.
Okay, but anyway, so I don't get too far off topic.
Sorry.
So
that was our ad spot.
I ended up like, and this is around the time, this would be 2010, so this is around the time that he was making his exit from 2.5 Men.
And why was he doing that?
There were issues with his lifestyle at the time. Okay. You know, and the show was on a family station. You know, he did not want, they didn't appreciate his off-camera lifestyle antics. But also, the show was about, his name on the show was Charlie. The character's name was Charlie.
That was his show.
It was about him.
Like, it's kind of hard to not have him on that show. You know what I mean?
No, well,
like, he was the show.
And there was no morality clause, you know. He just didn't really like the way he was being treated. They were trying to kind of cage him in his personal life, and that's not, you know, his attitude. And he's not wrong. He showed up at work. He hit his marks. You know,
like he did his.
He was a professional. He did his stuff. Yeah. You know, he always made it to set. Like, so what does it matter what he's doing in his personal life?
Yeah.
But we have to remember that this is the time in history too when TMZ was really blowing up, and celebrities were really being followed. The media frenzy around like celebrities, clubs, drama was huge, you know, and it was really when it began. This is 2010, it's 15 years ago. So anyway, that's why he was leaving, but we just hit it off. Charlie used to say that I was always the smartest person in the room, which is probably not true.
No,
but
it's true.
It's one of my favorite things anyone's ever said about me, because it was being noticed for the right things. Like, he's a really thoughtful, kind guy. I mean, he's, you know.
Which is so crazy to me, because I was telling Natty earlier, we were doing a live stream on like TikTok and on Instagram, and I was telling him like, what was Charlie Sheen like? You always think like of these celebrities, and I'm so judgmental. Like, the second I think of Charlie Sheen, I think of like an asshole, stuck up, like arrogant guy because of like who he is. And Natty's like, no, he was the opposite actually.
One thing that I really truly respect about him is that he treats everybody the same. So something I thought was really cool is that like, he would treat the craft services guy. If you don't know anything about Hollywood or movies, craft services is who provides the food for the set, for the crew and everybody. It's like a snack table essentially. He would treat the person in charge of that the same as he would treat a director, a studio head. Your station in life did not matter. You know, it was all, he's very cool like that. And you know, and I told Channon earlier that one time he bought a car at like a charity auction and then gave it to the maid in the hotel. Like, he is very generous. He used to always say like, when he eats steak, everybody eats steak, you know. He's really down to earth and really cool, you know?
That's really cool to hear, because I feel really bad judging somebody based off the way they look. And I always say this because people do it to me. Like, Travis always says, like, Shannon, you look like a bitch. That's like why people don't come up to you and talk to you, because you look bitchy, like you look mean. And I'm like, would you say that I'm bitchy or mean at all?
No.
Like, you've known me for a really long time.
20 years.
Yeah. And I'm not
probably
any
more
of those things.
No.
But that's why I feel like Charlie Sheen, like, I look at him and I'm like, he looks like an asshole. And it's just so mean, the way that we judge people off the way their face looks.
Well, like that, and I mean, his like antics and stuff,
yeah,
you
that's
know?
true. So
but
like,
and that whole thing, people could think he had like a meltdown, and during that whole time, he was sober, by the way. And Imagine you are him and you have grown up famous because you have famous family, you know, and then you have publicists speaking for you always.
Yeah.
You know, this was really even before like Twitter. I mean, he was like the first person I think on Twitter to have 1 million followers. Like,
wow.
He, this is before this. This is before celebrities had like a way to like speak for themselves. They spoke through press releases and they spoke through publicists. And when he quit his job, he was like, I can just speak for myself. Like for the first time, like I'm just gonna say whatever I want to say.
Yeah.
And people thought it was really crazy and unhinged, but really, he's just a person. Like, he's a person with a very big, grandiose personality. He's hilarious. He's smart, you know.
Yeah.
And sometimes it comes off nuts, but like, imagine if you had somebody speaking for you always.
Yeah.
You could never say what you wanted to say. You went on and did a press release, and you read what they told you to read, you know, because you're looking out for the studio, the brand, the man, whatever it is, you know. And then you have that freedom of like, hey man, like I don't have to do this.
Yeah.
I'm just gonna speak for myself, and that's something that we all enjoy now, you know, but at the time it was relatively new.
Yeah. It makes sense though, like you think of people like Kanye and like Amanda Bynes or Britney Spears even, you know, like they have the platform and they're able to speak for themselves, and people are like, oh my gosh, they're crazy, and it's like, I love these people. Like this is them. These are the people I want to follow. I don't want to follow what someone else is saying about them. Like I love social media in that way, like that because I can see the true person.
It's authentic, you know. It's not like an image that somebody has curated. You know what I mean?
Exactly.
And that's like that's what we are. You know what I mean? This isn't something that like we are not trying to create a perfect image or like a certain look or a brand. It's like this is it.
This is us. This is what you would get in real life.
Yeah, you know. And if you like it, cool. If you don't, like deuces. You know, it's okay. It's not for everybody, and it doesn't have to be.
Okay, so you met Charlie Sheen the first day. You went up, you vibed with him, like everything was cool. You were impressed by like his house. I always think like when I escorted, I would go to like these celebrities' houses and I'd be like, holy shit! Like you know that they live a certain way, but you don't like realize some of these luxuries. Yeah, you're like I remember the first time I sat on like a heated toilet seat, you know, like, and I was like,
a heated bathroom floor.
Oh, we have those here.
I know. I did notice that your mom had those because baller. Okay.
Yeah. But like, I didn't grow up with that. So like when someone has heated floors that you're stepping on and like a heated toilet seat and you can literally press a button and it like sprays to clean your butt and then it dries you off at the same time. I'm like,
it's crazy. Or like the kitchen being fully stocked with like everything and it's organized. I mean, it's so beautiful. I remember his fridge. I was like, oh my God. And I met him at a time when I was like 24, so I was broke, okay? And I was like at a stage in my life where I couldn't have toilet paper and paper towels at the same time, and I was like, oh my God. Like, someone just comes in and cleans his room. Like, it's crazy. Like, it was really cool.
So did he have a house manager? Like a house, like, cause
Probably.
Yeah, so like.
I don't remember, I don't remember much of the staff.
Yeah.
He had great people that he picked, you know, he was always willing to give people a chance. And an opportunity. I mean, he bought me a car that day.
That's cool.
He actually,
what kind of car did he buy?
So it's funny. I was working at a dispensary at the time.
I want a fucking car. Like,
no, it's a Civic.
That's okay.
No, so what happened
like,
is
it's still a car.
What happened is like the 2 days before I went over there, I'm driving and I rear-ended somebody, and my car was a beater piece of shit.
Yeah.
So I rear-ended somebody and it totaled my car.
Oh.
And I was like, cool. Like I don't have a car. Like I was like taking the bus to work. Like honestly, like it was a hot mess, you know. And I was over there and we're like talking and I was kind of looking online for like a car. I'm like, I need a car for like $2,000. He's like, you can't get a car for $2,000. I'm like, maybe you can't get a car for $2,000, but like I certainly can. And he's like, no, I got it. And he gave me $20,000 to buy a car.
Wow, that's
and
amazing.
I did not spend the $20,000 on the whole car. I bought a I bought a used car for probably like $8,000, you know, and then
smart.
Well, and then like got an apartment. You know what I mean? Like, it was really cool. It was really generous and I really appreciate it. I still have the car. Well, actually I gave it to my kid's dad, but, you know, like.
That's amazing.
He was really.
It's always such a good, like, it feels so good to hear that like celebrities or people that you think of like are good people. Do you know what I mean? Especially when when someone like Charlie Sheen, who has the image, like the media has made him out to be like this monster, horrible person. And then you're like, no, I know him. Like I know the real Charlie and he's not like
that. His heart is not like that. I mean, he's an addict, you know, an alcoholic. Like I am as well. So it's not always your best. And, you know, more money, more problems really is true. Like, it's the same stresses, just on a bigger scale.
Yeah.
It's not like, I've noticed, it's not like rich people don't have stuff to worry about. They just have different stuff to worry about.
Sure.
Which to other people seems really frivolous, but it's not, you know? Like, it's all in perspective and...
Sure. Okay, so then how did you guys start dating? Like, how did that come?
You know, I mean, how does anybody start dating? You go, you
but
hang
he's
out.
a celebrity, so
you
it's
hang
different.
out.
And we
Well,
want to
dating-
know the news.
So
like
dating
the
is not the same. You don't go on dates, you know?
Right.
You can go out and go to his house and hang out.
Yeah, but that's what I mean. Like, you couldn't just like go out.
Well, no.
together,
So
right?
one day we
Paparazzi?
went. One of the days he took me out on a boat. I'm gonna call it a boat. It was a yacht.
Okay.
A friend of his, like, we went out with his kids and like hung out on the boat all day. He'd get these like wild ideas. Like one day he's like, I want to watch Jaws on the ocean because Jaws is his favorite movie. That and Apocalypse Now, but obviously Apocalypse Now, but because his dad was in it.
Okay. I need
And
to
he
watch
like grew up on the set of that movie. Like Heart of Darkness is an excellent documentary about the making of that film. I think that movie, sidetrack, sorry, is so interesting because, you know, it's a war movie. They shot it on site, like they did long takes, which means they just kept going. And I mean, like, if they blew up a village, they had to blow up a village. There was no CGI, there was no special effects. I mean, they were actually in the shit doing it. They used like real cadavers for the part where there's like bodies in the river, like
Really?
it like smelled to high heaven. Yeah, like, and Charlie was like a kid on the set of this.
Wait, we need to watch that tonight.
Yes. Anyway, it's amazing.
What's the name of the movie?
Apocalypse Now.
Okay, and it was made what, like a long time ago?
Yeah, so it's probably starring Martin Sheen, starring his dad, Marlon Brando.
Wow, that's so crazy.
Anyway, I forgot what we were talking about.
Well, you got a little sidetracked.
I did on
but
the
it was
Heart of Darkness.
okay. So basically,
Oh no, it was a date thing. He got the idea he wanted to watch Jaws on the ocean. So he got a bunch of people together. We got on this boat and we're trying to watch the movie on the ocean, but everyone is getting seasick because the boat is not moving. It's just rocking, and you're also watching a movie where it's going like this, and everyone is getting seasick, and he's getting so frustrated. He's like, it's all in your head, but like it's not in your head. Like, but it was fun. Like, we did stuff like that.
that's cool.
You know, we had parties at his house. We had, like, at the time, Brian Wilson was really popular. He was a baseball player in San Francisco, I believe. He came out, you know, Charlie's a huge baseball fanatic, so we went to a lot of, we were on tour, we went to a lot of baseball games. We went to, like, training camp. We went on tour.
So like when you guys started dating, I'm just curious because I don't know how it works with like celebrities, especially like A-list celebrities like Charlie. Like, you dated an A-list celebrity. So how does it work like when you guys first start dating because of paparazzi and like not wanting, I'm sure, to be like photographed, like when you guys are going out? Like, how does that work?
You don't go out.
So but like eventually,
but you go to his house. There's security. I mean, when we went out, there was security. There was an instance when I moved in. He tried to have a couple other girls move in, which people always ask me about. You know, I don't feel jealous in that way. I feel like no one else's relationship can take away from mine. Mm-hmm. You know, so just because like I like you and you're my friend, you know, if I like someone else as a friend does not make like you any less.
Yeah.
You know, we had a special thing. We had a very intellectual connection, so I wasn't really worried about it.
So this was like a type of open relationship that you're talking about right now, because I think people are maybe watching, they're like, what do you mean you had other people? Like, it wasn't a monogamous relationship.
For him.
It was
specifically,
monogamous for
you know.
Wait, so he didn't want you dating other people?
Oh,
but
no.
It was okay for him to date other
yes.
people? Oh, interesting.
Well,
okay.
and I think in the fantasy of his brain, it was like everyone will be dating each other. But when you handpick girls from different places, that's not how it works. I mean, Brie Olson lived with us as well. And it's not like we did not get along, but we weren't like...
Oh, hi! The kids just came in. Oh, that is so sweet.
What
My
a
son
nice
just brought me a
boy.
flower. You want to go get one for Natty?
Oh.
So dating an A-list celebrity. And
You don't go out much.
Yeah.
And especially, so at this time too...
Oh, there was an incident where the guy in the backyard tried to...
Oh, yeah.
that's what
Okay,
I'm about.
so this is really scary. So after I'd moved in, and like he had a couple girls kind of come and go.
Oh, we were talking about open relationships.
Oh, yeah,
and
yeah.
then the
Okay,
incident.
yeah,
Let's
okay.
talk about both.
Okay, so hold on. So what happened is there's an incident where like we had a bunch of girls over. We're kind of everyone's partying. You know, this is before we got sober, and he had like I think he had a hernia. He had like a medical type emergency, and like girls were like grabbing cash, trying to leave, grabbing drugs, trying to leave. Like,
What?
And this is right before I moved in, and
Wait, when you say girls were like grabbing stuff, this was not like you and Bree?
No, this is other girls. This was
like random people
that had collected. Yes, essentially.
And they were like trying to steal shit at his house?
I mean, just kind of like everyone, you know, cops are coming, ambulance coming, and bails, you know?
Oh.
So this happens, and I waited, you know what I mean? I stayed and waited, and that kind of solidified, you know what I mean? Like, after that, it was like, I moved in.
Yeah.
Because I want to make sure he was okay.
Yeah.
You know, and luckily he lived right next to
That's so fucked up, by the way, that like...
People are shady. People are, and you know, and he would say this word better than anybody. People will use you, and even when I broke up with him and I had money, people use you. People will step on your face to get to where, if they think it'll get them somewhere.
That's so fucked up.
It's really like, while you get to see a really cool side of life, it's also a fucking snake pit sometimes.
Yeah.
But so, anyway, it was an open relationship, and then it was just Bree and I that lived there, and I have nothing bad to say about her. She and I, it's not that we weren't not friends, but we weren't friends either. Like, and it had nothing to do with him. It's just we were very different. Like, I can't think of a place in the world that we would have both been at the same time where we could have met. Like, I don't think we would have met naturally, like, if we weren't introduced.
Yeah.
You know, like, we're just not the same.
So for people that are listening or watching that don't know who she's talking about, Brie Olson was a porn star at the time. And
she's a big one.
A big porn star.
She was very famous at the time.
Yeah. And so... and also you were friends with me, who was also a porn star, but I wasn't really was I not really working at the time?
And I never did porn, so,
yeah.
you know.
No, but you were my assistant when I did porn.
So I knew a lot of...
you were like in that kind of industry.
I was in the environment, yes. Just not on camera.
But like with Brie, so you were best friends with a porn star, but like she was also a porn star and you didn't vibe with her, like, right? Is that just...
Yeah, and it was nothing... like, nothing bad about her, nothing that was wrong with her, but like, you know, sometimes you just meet people where like, we were like, hey, that's cool, but like, we wouldn't have exchanged numbers to hang out.
Sure.
You know?
Yeah.
But yeah, so we moved in, we lived together, and then...
So was Brie living there at the time too?
Brie, we both lived there. I to be honest, the exact timeline is hazy.
No, yeah, I
know. But yeah, we both lived there.
So how did that work? Did you guys both sleep in his bed?
No, because sleeping in bed with 3 people sucks.
Okay.
Typically I slept in bed with him. So he had...
Where would Bree sleep? Just in another room?
So in his bedroom was gigantic, and there was a bed and like in the same room but off to the side from when his wife was pregnant and uncomfortable in the bed with him. You know what I mean? So there was a separate bed in the same room, like you could see it.
Okay.
But yeah, we kind of alternated that. Like people used to always like, well, who gets to sleep with him? And we would always joke like, who gets to sleep alone, you know? Because like no one wants to be in the middle of a bed. That sucks, you know?
I mean, I'm a mom. I'm in the middle of a bed every night.
With feet in your face.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's different when it's your child, you know?
Yeah,
You
sure.
do anything with your kid.
Okay, so you guys, this is so crazy because I think of like Hugh Hefner and knowing like the Playboy girls and how that worked, like with them sleeping in the room. So Charlie basically had a bed that he slept in, another bed in the room, and then you guys would all sleep in the same room. It was just like
and we kind of alternated. To be honest, it's not a thing in my memory that stands out.
But it's very interesting. Like what you're saying right now is like, it's kind of crazy and it's very interesting and I want to know all about it.
But like it takes a certain type of person to be cool
okay
with that.
Yeah. Like,
and I really was. I felt very secure. Like he and I were close. We had an intellectual connection. I mean, like I went to meetings with him. He would like have ideas in the shower and scream at me to write them down. You know what I mean? Like
ideas about what?
His next move, about a book about we did a live stream back then on something called Ustream.
Oh yeah.
Which was like
I used to do that.
Which was like very new, you know? It was like very, very cutting edge at the time.
Yeah.
He'd get ideas and he really loved the idea of just being able to reach out to people. But so he kind of started this movement of like you know, degenerates everywhere, quit your jobs, you know what I mean? Like fuck the man was kind of his whole vibe, you know? So it obviously attracted a lot of attention, and we're at the house one time and we're in a meeting with somebody important. I don't remember who, but I'm looking and I see some guy walking like on the back edge of the property, like on the wall. And I'm like, hey, and everyone's like, stop it. You know what I mean? Like this person's talking. And I'm like, dude, somebody is here, you know?
Yeah.
And so.
That's not supposed to be.
No, this guy
like a stalker.
This guy like comes up at us and I think his assistant and I think it might have been his chef, like tackled the guy, like reached into his shirt, tackled the guy.
Wait, hold on. Was this guy outside or did he get in the house?
No, he was not in the house. We were on the back patio.
Okay, so
we were outside. We're in the yard though. We're on the property.
Can you tell them though about this property and how this man had to literally scale a fucking mountain?
No, it's on Mulholland. So there's a canyon.
But someone that they don't know, like these are.
But I know what I'm saying. Like so, Mulholland is a canyon. I mean, it's in the hills of Hollywood. So like. Or it's more Beverly Hills. But anyway, it's physical, literal hills.
Yeah.
So this person must have had, and this person drove from like Kansas or something. Like this is somebody who had to like walk through you know, it's not finished is the word I'm looking for, like wild land, like
Yeah, like brush.
like brush. Like, I mean, had to walk like up a mountain to get into the property. He must have looked at it on Google Maps to figure out where, because I mean, he was like on, so the back of the property, you know, where the property line ends, and it's just kind of like wild. There's a wall, and we're sitting like on a deck, like there's a pool back there. We're sitting like, you know, next to the pool, probably around a table or something. And we see somebody walking up, and I'm like, hey, there's somebody here. And it took a minute for by the time anyone else noticed.
Was he trying to attack Charlie?
Well, so here's the thing. He comes up and he reaches in and he gets tackled immediately. You know, he was reaching to get his ID. He was a fan. He had felt very moved by Charlie's stuff and whatever, and
That's
wanted
not
to come.
a fan, that's a stalker.
Wanted to come show his support. I mean, the guy didn't.
You don't creep up on someone's house like.
No, I mean, agreed. But I mean, this guy.
Crazy.
It was crazy. And so Charlie hired security after that. This I don't even want to say this. I'm going to though. He hired this guy, ex-Israeli military, like fucking badass. This guy was a fucking badass. I remember telling him one time, this guy named Gil, I remember telling him I was really afraid to be at the house, and I'm like, what if someone breaks in? He's like, I wish they would, I need practice. I mean, it's no words, you know what I mean? Like, this guy was fucking scary.
Yeah.
And I hate to gossip about him right now, but I'm going to.
Please do.
So Charlie's old security, and this guy was, like I said, really badass. Like, he was, and ex-Israeli intelligence is no fucking joke. You know what I mean? Israel's got to have one of the most respected, scariest armies in the world.
Yeah.
Consistently throughout history. They do not fuck around. He got caught up in a murder for hire thing and is in jail.
Oh my God, wait, he's in jail right now?
I think so.
Wait, because he murdered someone?
No, he got hired to murder someone and they got caught. And I felt like, did you not watch The Tiger King? Nobody gets away with anything, okay? You are not getting away with a murder for hire. Anyone out there who thinks they could be a hitman, you fucking can't, okay? There are no secrets. Everyone is always watching.
Yeah.
But
That's
kind of crazy.
Yeah. But he was
had
a cool
security.
guy?
He was really cool. And there was he had another security when we went on tour who was awesome. Tour was really cool. Then Charlie got this idea that like, people were really liking his tweets and all this stuff, and he was very active on, like I said, he was very much into like expressing himself and telling his own story, which, you know, people love.
Yeah.
I love that, you know, and he's an interesting guy and he's articulate, and it was really cool. Got the idea to go on tour, which we really could have planned better. It happened fast. Like Live Nation was like, hey, we're going on this tour, we're doing it, here's this, here's that, whatever, and we just went, you know. It was very cool to see the country with him, you know.
How did you guys, did you fly? Did you have
some
like a
flying,
tour bus?
some bus. We did 2 dates in Canada. We did, God, it was like 20 cities in like 21 days. I mean, it was nuts. You know, we were all over the place. It was cool. It was very cool. I was on stage with him during I mean, I'm sure there's clips and there's photos. It was not too well received.
By who? Press?
Critics, press, yeah. It was not.
What about the people? Like
some people liked it, some people didn't. I mean, the thing is that he
What
doesn't.
was it? Like, what was he doing?
That's where we weren't that organized.
Okay.
It was like he's just gonna go be himself. So
Just like go sit on a stage and talk to people?
stand on a stage and talk to people pretty much. But I think people had expectations that there was some type of show.
Oh, like to be entertained.
Like it wasn't. He doesn't do stand up, you know.
Yeah.
So he had some stuff he talked about. We had Simon Rex toured with us. He performed as Dirt Nasty at the time. And he's actually, I think Simon is really good friends with our guest tonight.
Oh yeah, you guys.
Yeah,
so you guys are not going to see this right now, but like after
my bad.
this, you will be seeing where
Some more
we
stuff.
have Mickey Avalon as one of our guests, and Daisy De La Hoya also coming
Really
up. So make sure to like sign up. Make sure to follow us on Spotify.
Listen, it's gonna get good.
Yeah, we're gonna have
be
some really good guests. And some good stuff,
but we also had Jeff Ross came on, and who does the celebrity roasts. He's really funny. And we had, I think Rob Patterson was with us. Rob Patterson was the guitarist for Filter. He also, really cool guy. He tried to teach me guitar, but I sucked. It wasn't his fault, it was mine. But he was on tour with us. So it was like a really fun group. You know, we had.
How long were you guys on tour for? Do you remember?
About a month.
Yeah. And how many cities did you go to?
Oh, I don't remember.
And was Bree on this tour? Like who
Bree left mid-tour.
Why? What happened?
She just decided to leave mid-tour. She like left in the in the dead of night, like.
Really? Mm-hmm. Like not tell anybody and just
not till she was gone. Yeah, that's exactly what she did.
Why? She was just over it.
You'd have to ask her.
You weren't close enough to know.
No.
But you like woke up and you're like, what the fuck? Where's our other like?
I honestly don't remember the specifics of that, you know.
Okay.
But
was Charlie upset?
Maybe. I mean, she like I said, Charlie and I had like a connection where like we would be friends. You know what I mean? Like we talked a lot, and
yeah.
I don't know how their connection was. I don't know if it was more sexual in nature or if it was they were close that way. I know how I was with him and how he was with me. But yeah, it was whatever, you know.
Okay. And then after tour, what happened?
So this is where it all, this is the end of my time with Charlie. So my best friend died. My best friend Sam died when I was on tour. And Charlie very graciously like flew me and my friends to her hometown. He paid for her funeral.
Wow.
But I was not the same, you know. I was really sad and I had a very hard time getting through the rest of the trip and being that upbeat, positive like vibe. Like I was really hurting, you know. And came back from the tour and it didn't do well commercially, I suppose. You know, people weren't like super excited about it. And everything in my life just took kind of a darker turn. And the relationship suffered. I mean, everything with Charlie was great until it wasn't, you know?
Yeah, and things like, I don't know what, I'm sure.
And he was in a weird place too because he had lost his job, you know? I mean, like, he had lost his job and
Did he lose his job after the tour?
No, before.
Oh, before the tour, he lost his job.
I mean, when he left 2.5 Men, that's what I mean. Like, he lost, that was his job. That's what he did.
He got fired.
Yeah.
Okay. And then he ends up going on this tour. You go on this tour with him. It was fun. Your best friend dies. You're depressed and sad. He's like
also in a fucked up place mentally, and it just wasn't happening. You know,
yeah.
We were all sober mostly at the time. The tour we were sober for sure. I honestly don't really remember how the rest of that played out. But I know that like when my friend Sam died, I moved another one of my girlfriends in, and it all just got kind of weird, you know?
Wait, you moved one of your friends into Charlie's house? Mm-hmm. Okay. Was this public knowledge or no?
No.
Okay.
Anyway. But yeah, and so then, I left via cab one night. I mean, and then I went off on my own journey, but, he and I didn't talk for a while, and then we did. I mean, I've done a couple interviews about him. I don't really talk about, I didn't talk about him publicly. I had a lot of people wanting to sell my story and sell his secrets, but they weren't for sale. And I always appreciate that about myself because people are like, oh, I wouldn't sell someone out for $1 million. Wait till someone has a check with your name on it and then tell me what you would or wouldn't do.
Yeah.
Because I personally did turn that stuff down, No, it's not for sale. No, I will not be on a reality show. No, I will not participate. I really, this wasn't a publicity stunt. I wasn't trying to be famous. This was a person that I really loved and cared about. This was a relationship to me, as unrealistic as it looks and really was. I was 24, he was not, he was like 48 or something. I really wanted kids, like I wanted a family, after living in the fishbowl with him, I didn't want that life. I wanted to be able to work. I wanted to be able to go to a concert. I wanted to be able to walk on a beach, that is stuff that people don't realize you can't do, especially at that time.
Yeah.
I mean, the paparazzi were insane at the time. I mean, insane. I have a photo, I'll probably never find it, but of me, I took a picture from the inside of the car and it's like Beatlemania. Like it's people everywhere. Like it was really, it's not for everybody.
Yeah.
And it wasn't for me. Utmost respect. I talked to Charlie, I'm sure everyone's interested, again, when he came out with his HIV diagnosis, which he had let me know about prior, but I didn't know he was going on TV to announce it, and I was living in Iowa, I had kids at the time. I got blown up, my parents' house got blown up, like by the press. I mean, it was pretty nuts, I hung up on Harvey Levin from TMZ. Like, I'm not doing it. Like, I'm not going to discuss this at all. And I know a lot of people came out saying that he's a monster and this and that. That was not my experience. I obviously cannot speak to anybody else's memories. I don't know how I really don't know. But I do know that for any situation like that is really scary and awful for him. And that's really what I was worried about, not necessarily. I know a lot of people were like, oh, you owe me this, you put me at risk, this and that. Like, you know, it was a rough time for him.
So you don't have to answer these questions. Just tell me like you don't feel comfortable. But like, because I don't know, like how did he get HIV?
I don't know. I wasn't there.
Okay. And this is
but literally I moved out in June. He found out about this in like August of like, I mean, it was very close. Timeline was very close. Now, I didn't find out about it for years later. You know, I didn't find out about it. I didn't know about it at the time. Because it was, basically he came out, and when he came out and made his announcement, I got brought into it because I was very close. That was right around the time I'd moved out. I can't speak to what happened when I moved out, you know. I don't know. I do know, however, that I find it so shitty when people try to shake people down or take advantage of somebody who's in a vulnerable place. Like, it's really just awful. It brings out, money in some situations brings out a lot of ugliness, you know. But on a positive note, you know, I spoke to Charlie probably a year or two ago. He's doing great. You know, I saw on Instagram he's got a book out. Like, we don't keep in close contact, but I'm always rooting for him, you know?
Yeah.
He wrote a book, I think, so if you're inclined to go buy it, I'm sure it's very interesting. Yeah, you know, he's just being a dad, and he's been clean and sober for, I forget a long time.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah, awesome.
Yeah.
Well, that's good to hear. So that was Natty's experience with Charlie Sheen. And if you guys have questions, feel free to leave them down below. But thank you for being here. Thanks for watching. We are sending you all our love, all our positive energy, and we hope to see you in our next podcast.
And we will. Bye, guys.